to like save water and or like I don't know, not use my water or something like that. My god. That's yeah, sorry. My brain has just my eyes have just decided that that's just too much. That fucking it wasn't even that bad of a sentence. It's just like my brain's just like, all right, we're shutting down now. And it's like my eyes just got like really like heavy in that moment, and I'm like, okay, I understand. My brain's just like it didn't even want to tolerate hearing that shit come out of my mouth, and it's like we'll shut down and go to sleep. Actually, I should be able to disassemble some of the pews up in here. That's what's why I can falls asleep. It's like getting both full flushes. Now, if I can you get your sleep. There should be some things for me to disassemble, I believe, in here. Yeah. I should be able to go through all these, hopefully. I don't know if it's going to be like half at a time or the whole thing. It does look like it's getting dark. I'm going to have to make her sleep on the ground. I didn't think about this. She's not in the best place to be doing this. If I had realized that it was nighttime, I would have kept her back home. This place doesn't have anywhere where we can sleep. I guess we're only just down the road. I could walk back up. I'll probably make it before it gets too dark. I could also like run and shit. There's a lot of stuff in here actually. Hold on. Can I open this? Yeah, I can. What is in here? There's actually not that much stuff. It just looks like there's shit because that particular thing had stuff on it. Yeah, let's get you back home before it gets too dark. I know she's got like out of breath and stuff like that, but a quick little sprint, just 1 or 2 houses, shouldn't be too bad. I want to get her back home since it's getting pretty dark. Right, she's hot and she's sweaty. Alright. I can't imagine like running around in like all leather gear in the zombie apocalypse. Oh god, the house is so dark. Okay, let's try to find the bedroom. It's a door up here somewhere. I know if I get one of them. Hold on. Where's my flashlight? Yeah, there we go. We went too far. Okay. I don't need that on now. No, shut the fucking door behind you. Okay, cool. Yeah, the only problem with this room is the curtains being shut. I had to open a whole bunch of curtains for her to be able to see. It would just walk up around this side because you apparently did not want to sleep. Then, okay, hold on. Do you need this on to find the fucking bed? Or is it because I put the pillows in the way? Okay, there's a good chance that she left her torch on this whole time. We're going to find out. And I didn't get a chance to get her a drink, so she's going to be like horribly thirsty. Okay. Have you? Yeah, you do. Okay, how bad is that flashlight? Where is that? It's pretty okay. I guess when she fell asleep, it didn't really matter. So, like I said, I don't want to use like my resources here. She's going to get hungry eventually, but this is fine. Okay, what have we got? We got uncomfortable. You close your environment. Something's making you uncomfortable or unhappy. Probably the lack of power, honestly. That's more of my drink. So I don't think that the church had much in the way of like things that I could scrap. Like it had a lot of the church pews and shit. And that's fine. But let me have a look at this house. I feel like the two houses closest to me, I feel like I would have already done a lot of breaking stuff down, but maybe not. There looks like there's several things in here I could break apart. Yeah. She's basically going to be going from house to house at the moment trying to do this kind of stuff. And I don't know if she got any kind of a level. Not really. I wonder if it matters if she actually gets like usable materials and shit, you know. I kind of still want to leave couches and shit alone. I should have brought some books or a book with her. I was hoping to maybe come across a book in a house that she can maybe sit down and read at some point. Because at the moment she's going to be like going from house to house, disassembling shit with the view that hopefully, like some of these houses she's going to leave actual materials and stuff in them. So when I do need stuff, I can kind of go have a walk around, look for it. But for the most part, I mostly just want to see her get a skill up and stuff. And I'm not too sure, without all the bonus multipliers and shit like that, how hard that is to do. What is your health problem going on with? It's slight damage, overall body status. Oh, you're fucking thirsty. That's right. I should probably fucking get her a drink, eh? Alright, you maybe take a drink first. Okay, now that you've had a drink, I want you to fill up your bottle. I'm mostly just trying to make her take a drink before filling up her bottle so that she doesn't just use it up. But that should sort her out water-wise. And she's damp and sweaty. I wonder if she can get like any kind of like mold or like fungal skin issue type stuff from like not drying out properly and stuff, because that's the thing that people can get, right? Is I don't know how much you have to like subject yourself to it, but I know that there's like, you call it like trench foot stuff like that, right? Where like your feet are like constantly sweaty and or wet or rained on and stuff like that. If you don't change over your like your socks and shoes and stuff like that, it can result in like some kind of like fungal thing, whatever, on your feet. So I assume that shit must also apply to the rest of the body, because the body isn't that simple, you know. Sorry, cat. That's actually something I learnt in like school, I think. I don't know why, but yeah, it's pretty gross. But the reason why I was thinking of it is because like she's wearing this leather stuff, right? And leather doesn't exactly like wick away sweat or anything. It just keeps it like moist and bottled up inside, kind of like a raincoat. Except, well, raincoats, I've always found that raincoats honestly keep you damp inside and out. But essentially, it's the same kind of principle. She's working away at stuff and she's like she's not drying off because she's got like this like leather insulated thing on her, right? The clothing that she's wearing isn't drying off, and so it's constantly like moist clothing up against her skin that's probably going to be bad. Like, I don't know if you can get like, I know you can get cuts, infections, stuff like that in this game, but I don't know if you can get like other stuff. Where's I hang the clothes? Yeah, you can do stuff like that too. Like obviously in real life and stuff, you can remove your clothes to make sure that they dry properly and that you dry properly and stuff, because it's also, it affects your temperature, but it also affects like, I don't know, like your body health and shit like that. So like that, and I imagine like anybody that's ever forgotten a load of laundry, it will know that like clothing gets like a mildewy smell. I can only fucking imagine what kind of a mildewy smell you'd get from wearing clothes that can't dry on you. Because like there's, especially in Australia, we get like really bad humidity, but there's even more like tropical sort of areas. Like when I went to Singapore, and Singapore was like constant humid moist heat kind of thing all the time, just ambient heat. I believe they told us that there was hot, hotter, and hottest in summer over there, basically. And we weren't there during hottest. I probably would have passed out as a kid over there if we were in hottest, just because like any kind of like humid weather, generally humid weather causes me to kind of like faint, and I get nosebleeds and all sorts of shit from it. So yeah, we get that in Australia anyway, with like when you get like a really humid summer. Usually for Australia, if we got that kind of humidity, we normally have a tropical storm nearby, like a cyclone or something. And normally what it means is that we either have had or will have really horrible rain, and a lot of it. So yeah, in a sense, it could be a good like forewarning for me. But after we have like tropical storms, it's kind of like I know what I'm in for, and it's just like don't leave the house and stay in the air conditioning and stuff like that, and all the things. What have we got around the sink? Actually, you know what? The tables back there should have had these kind of things. Sorry, I had to yawn. I could disassemble the door. That's not the door that I wanted, but okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, she's a little confused, but she's got the right idea. I'm trying not to take doors off rooms that have bedrooms, because in the off chance that I want to sleep in one of these houses, I don't want to not be able to shut the door behind me, because just because this house doesn't have any broken windows doesn't mean it can't have broken windows in the future, you know? Okay, this place is like mostly done for me. I know I can disassemble stairs and floorboards and stuff like that. Actually, hold on, let me try. It won't let me disassemble floorboards now, will it? So I remember watching people do that. I know you could do that. I know I could take those apart. This is fine. I didn't raid their kitchen, but this is okay. So, I'll keep going down here, which, by the way, I should have marked up this place. I have marked up that one. There's a big house just past the church. Let's go have a look at that. I'm pretty sure the big house past the church is not the one that I was in earlier. But, like, if it is, fine, I may have marked the wrong place if that's the case. And just keeping an eye on the map, because generally speaking, this game's like map is a little bit, I feel like it's a tiny bit off size and movement wise. It might not be, but I just feel like I move across it very quickly. I can't open that. Were there any windows? No. Can I deconstruct this? No. Okay, that's fine. Let's go check out in the house. Mind you, if this is one of those houses where I could not get in... Oh, it's real dark in there. Oh, not too bad, but I'm not seeing any open doors, so... That is not good. I may have been in here or not. Can't chilly. Alright, I didn't bring my can opener. I'm supposed to be carrying around... Oh, nah, it's a bottle opener. We can have some soda. It's fine. Yeah, open that. Okay. I'm guessing you're able to use like all sorts of stuff like the cups and shit if you probably wanted to. Alright. So, let's chuck that back on the shelf. And what else have you got in here? I probably should have my club out, honestly. Alright, that is a backdoor door, so we'll leave that where it is. And, no, leave it. What have you got? You got ketchup, you got rotten salmon. Probably should have eaten that earlier. Let's drink the sauce. That counts as food. I cannot imagine drinking a fucking bottle of tomato sauce. Mind you, the tomato sauce is tasting progressively more shit the older I'm getting. I don't know if they changed the recipe or what, but I know that when I generally have tomato sauce on something these days, like there's this like fucking nasty aftertaste. Melted, rotten, stale, and cooked. Yeah, there's like this aftertaste thing that I can't quite fucking describe. That's just like, I don't know, a bit acidic, but like not in a good way kind of thing. Anywho, because of that, like I'm starting to like move away from like using it. Now, I could fill up the water. I might just chuck that in there for a second. And what else we got here? There's no other food? Okay, cool. So the other thing I'm supposed to be doing is I'm supposed to be putting all the pots outside too. I also am supposed to be making a water catcher. I don't know if I have bin bags. I have planks. I think it uses planks. Hold on. Guessing it would be just water catcher. Purified water. Leather bag. I'm glad that they've got this. This is something that I would expect to see in this game. It's not water catcher. It must be rain. Make a bowl of brain. Okay, no, that's not it. Brain tin. I can make that, I think. I have an animal brain back in the fridge. None of that is what I wanted. Let's see. Favorites, ammunition, carpentry. Carpentry should be like most of this, I believe. But maybe not. Does this say kidnapping? Napping? No. What the hell? My brain's just like read this as... I'm not sure what napping is in this game, but my brain just saw the K in the napping and was like, you can craft kidnapping. Anyway. What is it? A nap. Sharp flint flake. I did hear about this. I could get a stone and I could turn it into... I don't know if it was a hammer specifically, but I think you can use like a flint flake thing to make like an axe and shit. But I haven't come across a rock yet. Of all the things in this game, I haven't found a fucking rock. Alright, now I did take water and I filled that up. I should have probably filled that up way sooner. Where did that go? Okay, cool. I want to just pop you... Look, I don't care if it goes on the floor, it's fine. It can just sit out here. That way I know I can fill up that later. I'm pretty sure, logically speaking, water doesn't expire. It can get to a point where it tastes terrible, and it can get to a point where obviously bacteria can grow in it in reality. But I think like just general water left by itself in a game, I don't think it can go stale or rotten. Fucking shouldn't be able to. Like, depending on how you go about it in reality, you can't get rancid water. I saw the shadows change up here in the corner, and I briefly freaked out thinking that something was up there, and I'm like, no, if it was a zombie, they'd still be moving. How are we going on this carpentry? She looks like she's like happy overall. I don't feel like I'm getting a fucking skill. Allows the building of wooden constructions. I'm guessing I would get stuff if I crafted things. I mean, I don't mind that I'm not. For the moment. Like I said, I just wanted to like go around and get some deconstruction stuff. My guess is that maybe you don't get as much skill if you poorly disassemble something. I also like the fact that the bathtub is cut in half visually at the moment. The concept amuses me. I know there are actually like seated bath... So there are actually seated fucking bath chairs that look like that, by the way. Very cool. I see them in like hospitals and senior places and stuff where it's kind of like a sit-down tub type thing that you can kind of like just kind of like sit in and like shower on and stuff. And it's a easy clean surface and crap. I do not know when and where I saw one, but I have seen one, and I'm like, my brain was just like looking at that because obviously in the design of that bathroom, it would be water be going up against like a wall and not really draining to anywhere. Whereas like usually these like sit up shower thingies or whatever, shower chair type things. I'm not talking about the chair that you sit on in a shower. I'm talking about the chair that is the shower or bathtub or whatever you want to call it. But those, they're usually like, they're usually not exactly like centered in a room, but they're normally like centered for a drain. And the idea is that obviously like the runoff immediately runs off kind of thing. I can't remember what the purpose of them are, apart from like obviously assisting with like obviously anybody that's like going through medical stuff or like has specific disabilities and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure I must have seen one in a fucking hospital, because I was trying to think of what kind of, like, it's none of my fucking business, but I was trying to think of like what kind of surgeries would require that kind of a tub kind of thing. I shouldn't be able to feel anything that I'm carrying unless she's drunk her water bottle again. Try to keep that shit up. Alright, I might as well just get rid of this door. Alright. Yeah, I feel like the skills, to me, they feel really broken. Let me just like explain this for a second. Apart from my other character, the first one, that actually got like skills at random and stuff from like the watching the TV and the doing things and stuff, like I don't need it for that whole way. Yeah, that's kind of nice in there. In this game, I haven't really seen these go up while I'm watching them. I feel like it's literally one of those like can't watch like a jug boiling situation or a pot boiling or whatever, right? I feel like it's like that, where as long as I've got this open, it doesn't feel like it moves. But I've watched YouTubers have this open and like express how the skill is building, but so far on all my characters, I have not seen this increase visibly. And it could just be because the squares are so small and the XP is so minute that it's visually indistinguishable when it changes, and that I'd need something like a bigger construction or something like that to make it move. I don't know. But it kind of perplexes me a little bit, because so far when I've seen this, I've thought most of the time that it was just glitching out. Don't you fuck with that door. I told you to open this one. I do like the color scheme of this room though. Not so much like the burnt orange. Like I can get behind that, but like all like the dark grays and blacks and stuff. I might actually leave this room alone. I like it. We'll pull apart the small bed then, if that's the case. Yeah, no, the aesthetics of like the next room up. Like I don't have dark furniture like that. I do have like, I do have a couple of items of darker furniture, but like not quite like that. Like if I could, I'd love to have like an actual, oh man. So it would be just so great. Obviously it's one of those things that also still pretty impractical because of like the cost of them. But if I ever had to replace like my furniture for any reason, I'd love to get like all of it the same thing kind of thing. You know, like all made in around about the same time with the same kind of like color scheme and style and stuff. That would be amazing. You see that shit in like in TV and movies and all that crap, and it's one of those like super fucking unrealistic little features, like how when you watch TV, you see everybody's always got like a fresh shirt, and it always looks a bit odd. Like it has a movie feel to it, because not a lot of people, oh, we can die here. Not a lot of people actually get around on the day-to-day in fresh clothing. Like obviously some like super rich people do every so often. All right, so we got the brown haired version now. So we had what, blonde, 2 grays. Now we got this. Yeah, unless you're like in a position to basically like throw away your shirt daily or whatever and like never wash it, never use a new one. I mean, never use an old one twice. Like most people have like worn clothing, you know. It's just how people get around and exist. But in movies, it's like every single person has like a freshly bought, freshly ironed, fucking vibrant piece of clothing that's just a little too flawless. It's kind of like that. I guess maybe having like a household of all one furniture would be very much like that. It'd be unsettling in like in an almost uncanny kind of way, where it just wouldn't feel like an actual house, perhaps. Mind you, I think they do a great job with this game, by the way. Apart from, like, the occasional room that has got, like, design to it, I like the fact that, like, most of these places have got, like, a rough kind of give or take aesthetic going. Like, you know, this place, for instance, has got a more, what I would consider to be a more kind of relaxed, easygoing vibe kind of furniture sort of stuff, right? And then, like, the kitchen looks older equipment, older, worn sort of stuff. Mind you, I do, like, I know this is supposed to be post-apocalyptic, but I don't really know how many people have got, like, a fridge that's got, like, filth going that far up. Like, I know it really gives this house, like, a looked-in feel, but, like, all of these houses, like, let me walk up to a wall and turn a torch on for a hot second. Right. Do you see how there's, like, this, like, layer of, like, grimy shit going up the wall? And it's, like, on all these walls, right? This, like, I know it's a game, but fuck does that bother me. Because I'm like, for God's sake, wash your walls, you know? But I just have to assume that there was some kind of a flood or something like that that happened after the apocalypse, and it's gone up to about halfway up the walls or something like that. Because it's outside too, but the outside makes sense. When you get rain on the outside of a building, you get this on a garage door as well, or any kind of, like, outdoor surface that's exposed to, like, a little bit of, like, a dirtied surface, like anything that has actual dirt or just soil and stuff. I could probably use that. Keyring bottle opener. Actually, let's keep that on me because that seems really useful. So I have a bottle opener now. Grab that, and the battery should be pretty useful. The field hockey stick, I do feel like I could use it for a weapon, but it's pretty damaged. I don't really want to. There's two things here. A scythe. Mate, can I use that as a weapon? Hold on. It's just gardening, but, like, come on. Just tuck that in there. We'll take it with us. There's a plastering trowel too. I don't really... Maybe later. Maybe if I get to a point where I need that kind of thing. The room is dark as hell. Yeah, I don't... There's, like, a table in the corner. There's not much else here. Alright, let's, Did I mark this place? Now that I've been through it, I can mark it up. There we go. Alright. So... We'll keep going down the thing. Yeah, anyway, outside of the house and stuff like that, like, when it rains, if you have, like, if you're somebody that doesn't, like, pedantically, like, sweep and, like, hose down your property and constantly, like, meticulously maintain it and shit like that, when it rains, it will often, like, splatter, like, the ground dirt up your walls or doors and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty normal for this outside kind of filth. That looks very correct to exist. Like, if you're not somebody that's, like, power washing your fucking house every other weekend, you know. But inside, like, there's also this shit up here, which I guess there could be a leaking roof and stuff. Like, I haven't seen that in too many houses. But yeah, I'm just going to naturally assume, like, just for peace of mind, that this is... But then again, it's not really a peace of mind because then... Like, the floorboards are pretty warped, so maybe it did flood. Because, like, you can get that in some houses, but, not that much. Not that consistently, you know? I want to leave the door on that. Let me see about getting the door on this one. Well, Phoenix is just, like, howling his ass off out in the house. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. It's just, it's nighttime. I have the lights on too, and he's still doing it. I kind of figured half of his problem is darkness. It says eyesight isn't the best. Phoenix my cat for a bit, it's confused. So I thought if I left the light on, maybe he wouldn't do it because during the Never stream, he spent like 8 hours like just sort of howling in the distance. Like, it's what he does at night, right? It's what he's been doing for years at night. So it's nothing new. But, like, when I'm conscious for it for the whole 8 hours, it is fucking something. Because, like, I don't know, I've got, like, earplugs and stuff, so I don't usually hear it if I sleep in, because I sleep during the day. Unless he's got like a really unrest day or something like that, I don't generally hear it. She's going to have to sleep soon too. It's like 8. So I might take her into the next room or whatever. I'll have to see if they have a can opener first. So maybe we can eat the chili.